How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Is It a Buy, where we talk about stocks and try to determine if they are worth a buy or maybe a pass. My name is Corey. I'd just like to preface the video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about stocks, so please take what I say with a grain of salt, all right? How's it going, everybody? What a day, what a day. So much going on. We will try to cover it all. Well, we will cover it all. You know what? We will cover it all. And man, AMC is huge. That should have been the dang title. I talked about ATER, which I'm very happy with my position in. And I'm just feeling freaking good. Let's say hi to the chat. We'll talk about what happened with AMC. Huge news on AMC. It really should have been the my whole title of everything going on. And yeah, so definitely feeling good. But I'll give my grain of salt in a second. Side of the chat, we'll talk about what's going on in our favorite stocks. All right, Stock Kramer, sub Corey, what's up? Stock Kramer, this is Matt Kramer's portfolio hit 6 figures today thanks to ILUS. Congratulations! I'm sure it feels so freaking good. Ooh, I'm so happy for you. Diane, hello, welcome. Dog says hello, all decent day today, not bad at all. Lamb says, ooh, another day being an ape. Life is good, fam. Yes, definitely. I'm feeling good personally myself. Lamb says, hope you had a chance to research VLTA a little deeper. Lamb, I'm not going to lie to you. I have not. I have not. Maybe we'll take a look at the end. If you're still around, we can kind of look at it and see what's going on. Luke says, let's see a 100% down AMC and ATER tomorrow. No dates, but feels like it's soon. Yeah, I mean, AMC is looking like it's ready to run like a crazy. And so we'll see what, and I'll show you why I think that. DB says, anyone in support, can you explain the merger? DB, I'm not going to lie, I am not an expert in the merger of what's going on with support. We can probably take a look and do a quick Google. I just don't want to feed you any kind of misinformation or any kind of guesstimates like that. Stella says, getting in BBIG. I am in BBIG. I just like the position. We'll go over why I like it and what's going on with these stocks. All right, so let's hop into good old AMC and see what's going on. AMC had a phenomenal day. Looking super solid, breaking through all these level of resistance, right? Just in these new levels of support, boom, looking solid. Look at these higher lows. It's just perfect. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything else other than maybe the MOAS, but we can see here the AMC ended the day up 3.5%. Currently in the after hours, up 0.15%. Currently sitting at $51.75. It just changed a little bit. So looking just super solid. I love seeing all the green. I love seeing this beautiful just trend upward right here. And I hope it continues to respect it. I wonder if I can do a trend line here that I like. Yeah, I like this one. I like that one. So let's see if we can continue and bounce off this trend line. I wouldn't be surprised if we, tested down here a little bit, no problem. But as long as we continue to respect this trend line, I'd love to see it. And we can see here, right? We've had trend lines like this before. It's gone a few days. How many days did this go? So start of day 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and broke through on the after hours on the 6th day. So let's see how many days we've had here. Oh, we've had a lot of days. If we were to look at this one, so I guess it really just kind of depends. This one's a little bit different, a little more macroscopic, but either way, super solid. I'm very happy with this. So we'll see if it continues to respect this trend line and continue to go. And we'll look at the Ortex data in just a second. Oh, some more people in the chat. Vertigo says, any thought on SDC? I'm not sure what that is, Vertigo. We'll have to take a look in a little bit. Remind me. Eric says, how you doing? Fantastic, my friend. Thank you. Another green day for AMC and more losses for hedgies. It's still costing us nothing to hold, right? I've been saying this the whole time, Eric. Remember, it's just the opportunity cost. And for me personally, this opportunity cost, I couldn't get anything better anywhere if I tried. This is the best opportunity cost that it's worth every single day, every single penny for me, because there's no way I could have predicted anything that was going to happen. So the opportunity cost is no problem to me. So very happy to hold. I have no issues holding, and unlike the shorts, it doesn't cost me anything to hold. Diane says there is a great DD on. Oh, there's a subreddit on. Thank you, Diane. on our SPRT, so support, explaining all the details. Not sure if you want overview or all. That's fantastic, Diane. Thank you. Maybe we'll take a look toward the end. Zanman says OCGN who approval this week. WHO approval? Who approval? I don't know what that means, but let's look at GameStop. GameStop, not bad at all. GameStop was up 6.82% on the day. Currently in the after hours, down just a tad at 0.34%. Currently sitting at, in these after hours, $202.70. Still above that 200 mark. As you all know, I'm really looking at this $200 mark. This $200 mark is huge for me. I think it's a big deal for it to hold it, maybe more psychologically than anything, but I really like GameStop holding this $200 mark. It's just super important to me personally. I don't know why personally or why I said any of that, but I do like this hold at $200. I think it's a good psychological point for a lot of apes. All right. Dogecoin. So let's take a look at Doge. Doge still kind of trying to hang on here. Personally, I do think it's a great long-term play. Obviously, make your own financial decisions. But we're currently sitting at 23 cents, down from 31 cents, almost 32 cents. But still, I think it's a long play. Excuse me. Bitcoin at $45, you know, again, similar thing. It was all the way up to, what was this up here? $52,000, almost 53,000, currently at 45,000, bouncing from 43,000. So either way, I mean, you know, Bitcoin, I'm very curious to know about Bitcoin. Me personally, if I were to take a position in Doge or Bitcoin, I feel like I would probably take a position. I don't know why I like Dogecoin. Bitcoin, there's something about it that makes me a little bit nervous. I talk about this all the time, but whenever I talk about you know, Bitcoin, I think there's something that's going to regulate it. There's going to be something that is going to define a Bitcoin. One Bitcoin is worth this. Granted, I don't know. There's a few things there that I'll probably have to cover in another time because it's kind of a lot of different thoughts to go into it. But essentially, the gist of it is going to be, you know, more or less along the lines of, let's say, Tesla, how they said, okay, you could buy, you know, one Bitcoin is one Tesla. I don't know. There's something there that I feel like is going to be some kind of block that is going to make it a little more. Well, no, it's not that. It's going to be, if people are going to do big purchases like homes and stuff, you don't want to buy a home for, you know, 4 or 5 Bitcoins, whatever it's going to be. And then let's just do 5 Bitcoins. And then after 10 years, it's worth 1 Bitcoin. Like that doesn't make any sense. So I think there's going to have to be some kind of progression or stability to Bitcoin before anything happens with it. Carnival Cruise Line, I'm feeling so good. I like Carnival Cruise a whole lot. It is battling this level of resistance right here at 23.31 essentially, and it's up. It was up 2.46% on the day. I really like Carnival right now, especially for a long-term hold. Whenever, when and if we MOAS, I am going to go big into Carnival personally because I am really into where they are. They have enough money from what I read, they have enough money to sustain another lockdown. If that were to happen, which I don't think it'll happen, but it tells me they're not going bankrupt. There's only one way they can go, in my opinion. As this pandemic slows down, comes to a close, or whatever happens to it in the long run. Robinhood, you love to see it about to break that $40 mark, but that's all right. Support. So support is one that is looking rough. I do think we're going to see a George W. If I were to take a position into this, I would probably take a position around now personally, because I feel like it's probably going to George W here and have a double bottom and then go on another run. And it's not because of any of the stuff going on with the stock. I literally don't even know what they do or anything, just from a technical standpoint and what is going on with their Ortex short numbers, the short interest, utilization, all that stuff. It seems like it's a volcano ready to erupt and go to the freaking moon. So that's why I'm pretty bullish on support, what's going on there. I can't wait to look at all the Ortex numbers. Like, it's so hard not to just jump over to Ortex and start there because I'm so excited and so ready to look at it. But we'll take it. Let's just take it slowly. You guys can tell when I start getting excited because I just start talking really freaking fast. Let me catch up on the chat for a second and we'll keep going. Stock Kramer says, well, I did a call on ILUS at 6 cents and it hit 20 cents today. Oh my gosh, you made so much freaking money on that call. I freaking know it. MMAT or SPRT in terms of squeezing some more. Joan, I think I would say, I can't recall the MMAT numbers, but I think I would say support over MMAT, but I'll have to take a look and double check. Luke says the merger on, well, Stock Kramer has a prediction. ILUS will hit 30 cents by Friday. Okay, we'll see. Luke says the merger on SPRT support makes me feel cautious. I saw the same thing with MMAT merger with Torchlight, and MMAT had to wait a while for a pop when it went back to the original price for the merger. Galactic says JCS just reported a special dividend for $3.50 per share for 9/30 will be given out on 10/15. Velocity says, have we reviewed BBIG yet? I'm hoping I'm not too late. Velocity, I have taken a position in BBIG. I don't think you're too late. I personally, but you know, make your own financial decisions. I really freaking like it. William, what's up? Nobody's enforcing the freaking rules. This soon. I'm seeing a lot of things. Actually, I saw an interesting DD about payment. Oh no, it was dark pools and stuff that the SEC, I guess, they currently have the power to suspend dark pools and stuff like that if they so choose. They're just not activating like that or enforcing it or whatever. It's just crazy. They have the right methodology, I think, right? Pass all these rules this way, and they passed a ton of rules, especially more recently. I wonder why, but if they're passing all these rules, right, I think it's important to have these rules in your back pocket, not to use them unless it's time to use them. You know what I mean? Just have everything ready to go, and whenever it comes time, pull the card out. Time to go. Red flag, or red card, blue card, yellow card, whatever you need to card. Hello, Miss Rodriguez. Hello. And I think that they have all these ready, but they're not freaking using them, and it's pretty frustrating because why pass all these rules if you're not going to use them? And so that's something I've been struggling with. I mean, I'm sure they have I like to think that they have a good reason. These guys aren't fools, right? There's no way. My only concern is if there's conflict of interests or anything like that would be my only concern, but there's no way they're passing all these rules. They have all these rules passed. They can activate them at any time, and they're not doing it. There has to be something missing, a missing component that I don't know. What's up, Lee? Oh, SDC is Smile Direct Club. We'll meet called Squeeze. It's up in after hours. Oh, I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Okay, what's up, Diamond? Okay, so that's what's going on with support. Did I already talk about support? Down 9%. Yeah, George W. Okay, yeah, I already talked about it. BBIG, I feel like this is probably people's chance to get in if you wanted to take a position. Me personally, I'm already in, but I do like this price. I think I got in at 825 or something like that, so I'm very happy with my position, especially where it is currently now. And I feel like I wonder if it's going to George W, if it's going to George W here, or if it's going to have its own separate George W. I wouldn't be surprised if it bottoms here, and then it just goes for its like little run. We'll take a look at the Ortex data to see if it is ready to go, but I think it is getting pretty ready to go. All right, ATER, rocking and rolling. I feel like these guys are, I love it. So I think I already, I mentioned last time I have a support in ATER. My position in ATER was a $15 call. And I forgot what my break even was, but my option is looking super nice today. Very happy with it. I'm curious to see what the Ortex data looks like in about 2 days or something, although we've had a lot of green days, so I'm curious to look at it now and see what's going to happen. with this stock because it is looking good. I feel like we might get, and this is kind of a working theory that I have going, where we're gonna have 30% days, 30% days, 50% day or something, and then one day you're gonna have 100% day. And I think after the 100% day, it kind of slows down a little bit. I don't know if that's true. I don't know anything, but I am gonna be watching and seeing if that actually plays out. But that's kind of my working theory. And again, I don't know if it's actually true, but we'll see. Workhorse. Okay, so if you were in my last stream, you know that Workhorse is my new project, my new thing. So Workhorse is one of these stocks that is heavily shorted. Utilization's at 100%. Short interest is at an all-time high and all that stuff. And we'll look at these numbers just to make sure they're still there. A short squeeze signal has been activated, and it still hadn't, and it never had its run. Okay, so I feel like this stock is still short squeeze activated, but it hasn't happened yet. And this is according to the indicator on Ortex, of course, and we can take a look at that in a second. But I feel like this stock is primed and ready to go. I'm waiting for the movement, and so I think it is risky. I think it's going to take some time. I don't know when I have my option for, but probably for January for safety reasons. But I'm pretty long on Workhorse. I do have a position, and this is one that's a little more risky, but I feel like just based on the possibility for some kind of short squeeze or some kind of move, that's why I took a position. Angelina, hey, what's up? Welcome. ILUS is one that a lot of people are hyped up about. I see in the chat. Stock Kramer's portfolio passed 6 figures today because of it. So props, kudos. I'm very happy for you. That's freaking fantastic. And we can see here it had a 18% day. It was up 18%, or ended up 18%. And it's just solid, right? Super solid here. Just super solid. And then, of course, Corsair. So Corsair, for those of you who don't know, Corsair is also in another position where theoretically, utilization's at 100%. Short interest, I think, is at an all-time high. Stuff like that. And I'm just watching. I don't have a position in here, but I'm watching it because I feel like this one could probably just launch. But I don't know if it would or anything like that. Let me see. If I wanted to take a January position, what would this look like? Oh, it's pretty nice. If I were to put like, $1,500 or something, let's do 1,000. Oh, whoops, this is the wrong button. Looking for January of 22. There we go. All right, January 22. And then if I were to do right here. Okay. So if the stock went to, I don't know, $45. Yeah, see, that's a lot of money. This might be a Hail Mary play, but I like it because the implied volatility is super low. Whenever the implied volatility is super low, you usually get super good deals. Like it's less like, I think the thought process is the lower the implied volatility, the less likely it is, the less volatile the stock is, so the less likely it is to end like in the money. So yeah, I think that's how that works, which is why you get paid out higher on this kind of thing, something like that. Okay, so the moment we've all been waiting for, especially me, is the Ortex data. So let's get in. We'll start with good old AMC because something crazy is going on. The short interest of the free float has hit an all-time high. So I can show you this here, the short interest of the free float, boom, an all-time high. This morning it was 20.41%, currently at 19.95. The all-time high previously was 19.64%. Now, with that being said, I do think that this might be one of those crazy jumps that it kind of comes back down and kind of settles a little bit, just to be personally honest. Mo, what is up? Did I miss a squeeze? I don't think you missed it just yet, my friend. Because as you remember back here, late June, whenever the stock went from 13, 14, and it jumped all the way to 18, That was kind of a big jump, and then it kind of settled down. Then it had a big jump, then it kind of settled down, and then it had, you know, big jump, and then I think it's going to settle down again. I don't think it's going to go quite to, I mean, I don't think it's going to go to 17 or anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to like low 18s or something. But yeah, so just my personal thoughts. I mean, we'll continue to watch it, but it is what it is. Something interesting is the shares on loan is actually pretty high. We had a little jump. It's cooled down a little bit, but it kind of bounced again. It's at 114 million shares on loan. Again, trending upward, which I love to see. And the utilization is kind of at a slower progression, I guess I should say. Utilization is still like trending upwards, but as you can see, it was a lot more volatile, and now it's kind of like getting a little flatter. And I think I'm curious to see what happens with it. I would like to see a bounce, right, back up to 95 and then closer to 100, because I feel like the closer you get to 100, the more likely you'll see a move. But yeah, so that's what we have. Excuse me, that's what we have with AMC. Let's hop over to, what did this one time out? What was this? ATER, BBIG. I feel like I had a stock here. I don't know which one it was. Workhorse. Okay, and let's go over to support. So let's see what's going on with support. Because let's just refresh on support really quick. Okay, so support over here was down 9%. Okay, and so let's start with the shares on loan. We'll go to the top bar. Okay, shares on loan all-time high, continuing to, it's climbing actually pretty rapidly. Now that I look at it, it's climbing very rapidly. It's just shooting straight up. I mean, it looks like it's, gosh, solid. So that's what's going on with the shares on loan. Let's take a look at the utilization. Utilization, looking solid. I mean, last time, and keep in mind, it doesn't have to be at 100% for it to move, okay? And this is something that I want people to just consider, just take into consideration when you're looking at these stocks and you're like, oh, it's not going to move. Because something, for example, like AMC, right? I don't want anyone to, how do I phrase this without getting into trouble? Something I've noticed is, you know, it doesn't have to be at 100% utilization for it to run, right? Previously, whenever it had its huge run, the utilization was, you know, this is down here. We'll start it here. It was below 95%. And when the utilization was below 95%, it went on this huge run. We'll say 96% because over here, it did go up to 95.78. So below 96%. It ran before, and currently it's at 96.41%, right? So it's definitely perfectly primed and ready to run. And look at the short interest. The short interest of the free float is currently again at an all-time high. I think it's just primed and ready to go. The only reason I did not like support, for me personally, just taking a position, is because I like to play options, and you know, I like to play options a little further out. I mean, maybe if I were to, let me see if I can find a position that I would like to take. I mean, I think something like October. Again, I really think October 1st is probably relatively safe for what's going on, but you know, I'd personally probably want to play like October 29th because I'm freaking scaredy cat. And I like to play them just out of the money to be safe. But see, if I played this, my break even is $25, which I guess is pretty, not too crazy. Let's see, if I would probably play with, let's say play with like $1,000 or something. It'd have to hit, let's say if it hit $40, I think that wouldn't be too crazy. You know, yeah, I'd triple my money or something. That's not bad. But if I played it, let's see if I played it October 8th. Ooh. Okay, let's just see for fun. Break even $24 on a $20 call. Man. Let's see, I played fine, 1200. If I went to 40. Oh my gosh, just unreal, honestly. Quadruple my money. Crazy stuff. So yeah, it looks pretty good. I might actually take a position in support, just because I like to set up this double bottom setup that's going on, and just looking too good, looking way too good. So yeah, I might have to consider that. I'll let you guys know if I take a position, because it is looking pretty solid to me. All right, BBIG. Someone was asking about BBIG, and I do want to show you. He said, is it over? Is it done with? Is it gone? Let's go ahead and start with the shares on loan, right? Shares on loan at not quite an all-time high, but basically, in the direction of an all-time high. We can see. Let me hide the price, and we can see right here, right? Basically the all-time high. Like, it's down a little bit, but there was no movement in the price, so I'd consider that the all-time high. All right, so that's what we have here. Let's take a look. Actually, I can hide this for a little bit, because we can look at the utilization. So look at this utilization, 99.79%. And we can see historically, right, whenever the utilization is at the all-time high, or all the way up at, 100% is the highest it can go. So whenever it's around 100%, we see a move, right? We can see back here, it was at near 100% for a long time. It was even moving upward at that time. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. It ran, and then it went down for a little bit, climbed all the way back up. It was around 100 for a long time. Then it had a huge run again, and we're still currently at 100%. So I think it's still currently at a huge place where it can still potentially go for a crazy run, which is why I like it so much. Looking super solid. Let's take a look at the short interest of the free float. We can see the short interest of the free float is around 27.74%, and the all-time high being 29.20, which, again, there was really no movement that indicates, why this went down a little bit, right? So still, again, it's the direction of where it is. So I do have a position in here. I am very happy with my position, and it's already paid me a little bit, and I'm happy about that. All right, ATER. Hold on, let me catch up on some of this stuff really quick. Actually, give me 1 second, guys. I actually have to help my fiance with something. Give me 1 second. All right, y'all, thank you so much for bearing with me there. All right, let's go ahead and continue. What were we on? BBIG, we were talking about that. Let me catch up on the chat really quick, and then we will talk about oh my gosh, who said that? Jeez. Yo, you guys are too funny, bro. What the heck? And let me write this one actually down. We'll look up this. Workhorse. And then we were also going to look at MMAT. Someone asked me about. Okay, so we're on BBIG. I think we already looked at. Wait, what's this one? BBIG here. Okay, we're on ATER. The Roy Kitty is hilarious. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. All right, let me get caught up. I know he's got a cat pic. Oh, you guys like that away screen? Yeah, I had that custom made for just in honor of Roaring Kitty. Hanging in there. Hey, what's up, home? All right, let's go ahead and continue then. Let me get a sip of water. We will talk about ATER and their crazy 50% run today. All right, let's go ahead and start with these shares on loan. Oh my gosh. Even higher, guys. It's at a freaking all-time high. Look at this, by a lot. I mean, this is insane. Even from the run, right? This is insane. It's ridiculously high. My goodness. So it's extremely high here. Let's go and take a look at the utilization. Utilization 99.94% currently, right? Insane. Ian, what is up? 99.94%. We can see we're all the way back up here again, just bounced right back from where it was previously. I mean, again, just ridiculous, right? Ridiculous. And then let's look at the short interest of the free float, right? Short interest of the free float. Oh, it kind of took a dive a little bit, right? So it went from, man, that's a kind of a big jump. I feel like it would probably bounce back up. I feel like this is a pretty big drop with what happened. This was September 9th to 10th. And then the 13th is not on there yet. So yeah, that's kind of a big jump, for it to jump 16% in a day is kind of weird. So I'm not sure if I actually believe this is accurate. However, we'll just continue to watch and see what happens. But I'm pretty bullish on this stock either way. Shares on loan all-time high. I mean, don't get me wrong, even at 53%, even at 15, at 20%, 25%, that's an extremely high short interest of the free float, especially compared to what we've seen. Like, for example, AMC, at 20% is pretty high, and for this one to be at 53% is still ridiculously high. So I feel pretty good about that. And I feel very good about my position, especially being up so high today. Just pretty dang solid. Okay, Workhorse. So let's talk about Workhorse. Workhorse is the one that I did take a position in that is a little experimental, I should say, because we can see here, and you can probably see already why I took a position. The shares on loan is at basically an all-time high. It's near the all-time high, at least. Looks like the all-time high being 79 million, and it's currently at 77 million. So you can see here trending upwards still. And as it continues to trend upward with no movement, it makes me feel like they're still borrowing shares, and this stock is primed. Let's take a look at the utilization. Utilization is at 100%. It's been at 100% since August 5th. It's just stuck here at 100%. Okay, I think if this had a little bit of momentum, this utilization would cause it to freaking run and just go crazy. I feel like it would just go nuts. It's been close to 100% for a long time, and it just hasn't moved. Historically, you know, when it was at 100%, it finally had a run up from $15 all the way to 40. We'll call it $41, something like that. So $40, 15 to 40. You know, more than double, and almost triple actually. And utilization went down when that was happening, and then it kind of tanked whenever it had its run, and then it fell, and then it skyrocketed again. The stock, oh man, I just wish my option was actually out a little further. I think it's for January, but I'm not sure. And it's probably for this reason, because I've seen it's just taken a while for this one to move. But either way, like I really like this position. The last thing to look at is the short interest of the free float. We can see here the short interest is actually, you know, nothing too crazy. I mean, 35% is extremely high, but you know, historically it's been all the way at looks like the highest is 61.69, and yeah. So that's what's going on with this one. And that's why I like this one. So MMAT is one that someone had requested. So let's take a look at what's going on with this one. We'll start with the shares on loan. And shares on loan is not quite an all-time high, but it is trending upward. We can see from down here all the way from 13 million. It's at 35 million currently. And again, just trending upward, which you love to see. As far as the utilization goes, utilization, again, trending upward and actually not bad at all. It's at 98.74% currently. We'll see if this bounces. It looks like it's pretty volatile currently, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it definitely is climbing very, very rapidly. I guess it's from July, so June, July, August, September. So I guess, no, it's not super rapid, but it's been climbing very steeply. And we can see the short interest of the free float, right? Short interest of the free float over here is at an all-time high. Granted, it's 15.14%, but this had a crazy move before whenever it was under 10%. Had a crazy move, which is wild, okay? This one can move too. There's a lot of stocks, right? There's a lot of different plays to be had. There's a lot of people making money, a lot of things going on. And so actually, speaking of which, I did want to take a look at the tops of the day. I usually like taking a look at the tops of the one day to see what's been going on, see who had some crazy moves. Love to see ATER on here. Definitely feels good to be in the position and just see what happens. That's OCGN is another one that I recognize. They were up 15% on the day. Smile Direct, SDC. Oh, SDC. Yeah, that's what someone else was saying in the chat that they wanted to take a look at. We'll look at the top losers, and then we'll look at the Smile Direct Club and see what's what's going on. Excuse me. Top losers for the one day. Are we going to load? Here we go. And see if there's anything I recognize here. AZRX. Man, is this one super volatile? I feel like I see this one in the... I don't know if it's the gainers or losers all the time. I'm going to click it really quick. Maybe this is what I saw. Crazy jump and then this, but it's probably a dividend or something. This chart's looking kind of weird. I don't know what happened here, but I'm not trying to get confused. Okay, so we're here. Someone wanted to take a look at Smile Direct Club. Okay, Smile Direct Club it was up 16% on the day, and so let's see what's going on with Smile Direct Club. If you're not familiar with Smile Direct Club, they're the braces people, I believe. Let me copy it and see if I can get this site pulled up. Yeah, they're the braces people, Invisalign or whatever. There you go, and we can see. Come on. And yeah, so easy enough. I think they send it to you, you try it on, and then you send it back, something like that. Very easy to use. I've heard a lot of people talking about it. Let's see what their profit is looking like. So 2017 was 81 million, jumped all the way to 289 million, 572, just like insane growth. 2020 was a little bit rough. I think people had more on their mind than the actual their teeth stuff. I'm curious what this is going to look like for 2021. I would love to see it be around where it was at 2019 or even higher. I wonder if people didn't care. And there's other psychological factors that people need to take into consideration whenever you're looking at these kinds of plays, right? I did not go over TTCF just yet, Angelina. Thank you for reminding me though, because we'll take a look. So I wonder, because you have to keep in mind there are psychological things that happen, right? So for example, in 2020, whenever people are in lockdown and stuff, maybe people are like, I don't care about my teeth. You know, I'm sure there are some people who are like, hey, this is a fantastic time to get Invisalign and work on my teeth and blah, blah, blah. They're just sitting bored at home. Or maybe they didn't care. And so they don't care about this, but now that they're going out again, they're going to have to work on their teeth. And I don't know, who knows what it could be. Or maybe they spent a lot of money on expansion or this or that. You know, there could be a lot of different things that happen. Well, then again, this is just the gross profit. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure what this is. But a few different things could have happened. Let's take a look at the institutional ownership, 21.15%. Not bad at all. Analysts high, the price target, the high is $11, average is $7.13, and the low is $4 here. So they didn't care. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so looking pretty solid. Let's take a look and see if they have any kind of Ortex SDC. I'm not sure if they're in any kind of position for a short squeeze, but they might actually be. Let's take a look at the shares on loan, all-time high. Utilization trending upward for a while now, since January. Geez, 85.55%. Not sure if they'll actually trigger just yet, though. And then the short interest of the free float, again, trending upward. We can see it right here. Currently at 36.64, which is plenty high enough for it to have a crazy run. And I think that it's possible that it does. Man, not bad, not bad. Man, so many plays out there, guys. Like, so many plays. My goodness. They would be a good short. Let's see how they're looking on their... Let's see how they look on their 1 year. Sure enough, they IPO'd end of... Is this March? Yep, this is March right here. You can just see how it is. I don't know if this is actually the end of this. I feel like they had a huge marketing campaign. They did a lot of pushes, and it's looking pretty solid. Mo, I talk about AMC or GME. I already pulled it up over here. Actually, I haven't been looking at the Ortex data, but we can take a look at the Ortex data for that. But we can see here, I wonder what's going to happen with Small Direct Club, because if we look at it on a chart, right, this looks like a huge potential for a double bottom. And it might already have had its bounce, right? If this could be the reversal right here, where it's on a huge just bounce, it's probably going to fill in this gap, right? And I don't know why it gaps so hard like that, but it's very possible it could be filling this gap. It's going to go to, you know, all the way to $6 or something. I don't know how long it'll take, because this is the beginning of August, but I wouldn't be surprised if it filled that in. But I also think, and as you can see here, right, it fills in those gaps. You can see right here, like all of this was filled in over here, and it's just another technical, you know, TA thing that you look at. I wonder if this will double bottom though, just have a nice bounce. Okay, so we looked at that, looked at this. Diane, no, not Diane. Angelina wanted to take a look at TTCF. Oh, Tattooed Chef. I've heard about this one. So I haven't really been following it much or keeping up with it. So let's see what they're doing, what's going on with them. Let's take a look at their profile. Looks like is this their actual website? Let me look up Tattooed Chef. Oh, okay, here we go. I guess they sell food like this. So this is cold brew and dark chocolate smoothie bowl. Ooh, this looks delicious. I like chocolate and strawberries. Italian grown, LA made. Sounds expensive. Powered up with the prep. Man, nice website. Okay, this is what you can get. How much do these cost though? Cauliflower mac and cheese bowl, cauliflower pizza bowl. Oh, a pizza bowl. Interesting. Gnocchi. Cheese crust pizza. All right, a lot of good stuff. So let's see, if we were to buy something, this is $8. You can have it shipped to you. Shipping calculated at checkout. Okay. Very cool. Okay, so that's what these guys do. Let's take a look at their financials, right? So looking at the financials, we can see, can't really see much as far as the profit goes, but that's okay. Let's take a look at the institution ownership. We got BlackRock, Vanguard. They're 20% owned by institutions. Analyst price target, you can see here, high of 27, low of $18, currently at $19.88. Interesting stuff's been super volatile recently. I mean, just ridiculously volatile, from $28 down to $14. It looks like it's kind of this is a high, like this one's higher than this run, and this low is higher. So it looks like it's probably going to like go into a little wedge, kind of squeeze down over here, and then get smaller and smaller and smaller until it gives. If I were to guess, I think it would give to like a bullish part, or like in a bullish sentiment. But let's see, TTCF. See what's going on with these guys. $8 for only 8 ounces of food. That's a no for me. Yeah, Ziptic. I mean, here's the deal. Like, a lot of people with this food stuff, it's tricky, right? Because it's like, you know, it's this much food. Are you actually going to feel full? Is it like small, 8 ounces? That actually sounds kind of small. I wonder if you were to do what are the ones called? Atkins meal. So they have that little Atkins meal, like these things. Let me see how large these are. These are 9 ounces, and I can tell you these are small. These are super small. They're delicious, but they're small. And so that's what I kind of base it off of. And look, this is $3.48. Super affordable. But the other ones, I mean, you know, just doesn't. It's not, no bueno. No bueno. This is pretty expensive, but we've learned, right? And this is what a lot of people learned through the pandemic and stuff, like, or just overall with what's going on with the next generation, the new generation, whatever it's going to be, is it seems like you know, people don't like to cook, or people can't cook, or people would rather eat out for the convenience, or people's lives are moving too fast and they'd rather eat out, or, you know, and while they're going to eat out, they're either going to spend, especially if you order anything. And this is kind of the thought process that I've been having more recently, because if you've ever ordered anything from, I don't know, whatever you have in your area, DoorDash, Favor, Uber Eats, whatever else is out there, if you use those, like your meal, you could get something from McDonald's and you're paying $15, $20 because you have to have it delivered. You have to tip the person. You have to have their delivery fees. The prices are marked up. And so instead of spending $15 on a burger or something, might as well get something that is relatively healthy, and it's not as expensive, and you don't have to wait an hour for it to be delivered. So, or 45 minutes or whatever it would be. So I don't know. There are different ways to do it. It's not for everybody, 100%. It's not for everybody. But me personally, if I could have one of these ready, you know, just in the house, ready to go, like this enchilada bowl looks delicious, then kind of beats that stuff. Wendy's closed here, no employees. Yeah, Angelina, I mean, that's another very interesting thing going on, right? The employees, it's almost like it's going to take care of itself because no one wants to work. But we'll see what happens whenever the eviction thing is canceled. Unemployment is is the bonus for unemployment is canceled, all this stuff starts happening, I think people are probably just going to have to go back to work. But I do respect the people who are kind of sticking it to these franchises like Wendy's and stuff and saying, no, like, I'm not going to work here for $8 an hour. Like, this is ridiculous. And so places have started paying much more, which, respect. What was the one we were looking at? AABB, and we were looking at one for, did I already pull this one up? TTCF. Okay, we'll do one more. AABB. Asia Broadband. Oh boy. Okay. I don't know if this is going to be what I want to see. All right. Profile, no data here, no analytics, no institutions, no nothing. Okay, in lieu of that, I got you, Diane. We'll do this one instead, VLTA. We'll do VLTA. Volta, which is one we have looked at before, was up 13% today. I wonder what happened a little more microscopically. Let's go into the 3-month, and we can see, is this a 1, 2, okay, kind of a triple bottom, if you were, but okay, we have that. Let's take a look at the profile. What do these guys do? Oh, yes, we talked about this one. I freaking like this one so much. That's why I'm following it. I saved it because I really like this one. This one is for the commerce-centric electric vehicle charging networks, right? This one does a lot. So I'm personally really like this one. I don't have a position, but it's huge. It's huge. I don't have a position, but I would love to take one in this because I'm really I'm interested in this. So we can see here, this one is owned by 42.57% institutional ownership. That is huge considering this. I think that everyone just knows that the EVs, I mean, it's just the way of the future. It's the way it's going to go. If you can get into an EV right now, like an EV stock or whatever, especially ones that aren't like, for example, I feel like Tesla, just inherently, right, they're going to lose some market share with this EVs because every single company is coming out with an EV right now, right? The new Volkswagen electric vehicle, the commercial is fantastic. It makes me want to buy one of those. The Ford F-150, the best selling vehicle. I think the Ford F-150 is the best selling vehicle in all history, right? It's best selling, more than cars, it's the most sold vehicle in the history of everything. All right. And so that's what's going on with that. Everyone is selling EV. So I think Tesla's going to lose some of the market share. And I think anyone who's selling an EV right now is probably going to blow up. Even ones like Fisker and stuff that are like kind of smaller and don't really have Nikola. I feel like all of those are probably going to be great to get in early. It might take a while, but I think they're going to be great to get in early. Cantina Financials, we're going to talk about this, but I'm super into it. I don't think this is a short play at all. I'd be very surprised. VLTA. Volta Inc. I don't know why my internet has quit on me. Here we go. Wait a second. Why is it so high? Looks kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. I personally would not play this as a short play or anything like that. I just wanted to see if there was anything interesting on here. Utilization is actually really high, but either way, I like the stock. What can I say? I didn't take a position. And now, missed out on a little run, but that's all right. Just that. Martin, Root, I already know about Root. I freaking like Root. I personally use Root insurance. It's fan-freaking-tastic. Just with everything going on, I think it's huge. Please look at AMC after hours, spike candle last minute. We'll look at the 1 minute candles and we'll, oh my gosh, what the heck happened there? That's a crazy little candle. Look at that. You love to see it. ATER, no margin. I missed out. Yeah, so that's what we have. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, guys. We will pick up tomorrow on anything else I missed. I apologize if I didn't get to your stock, and we will remind me. Let me know you were here today, and we'll take a look at it. All right. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get it wrapped up. You guys have a fantastic night. Stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.